Hey guys, what is up? Last minute stream. This is kind of a hard one for me to talk about. It was not planned. I know that a lot of you guys follow us on social media. In particular, Ghost Girl Diaries Twitter page, Facebook page, and Instagram page always has, all of our like planned streams for the week. Kat, shout out to Kat. She does all of our social media management. And so I know a lot of people were hitting us up like, hey, is there going to be a stream this Saturday, which is today? There wasn't supposed to be a stream, actually, because we were taking the week off. I have been working a lot, but also I have had a midterm. I had a few midterms, and today was my last midterm. And so I was planning on, I was planning on taking this weekend off of streaming completely until, something kind of happened over the week. And I'm going to talk about it. I'm also going to talk about what that means for the future. Basically, last week when I was streaming with you guys, I had told you, and I know it's late, like, shout out to any East Coasters. I know Kat's, like, literally modding for us on the East Coast right now because this was, like, kind of a last-minute unplanned stream. And I know a lot of people on the East Coast, it's, like, almost 11 o'clock at night, and I'm on West Coast time, so it's only 7:30 here, but... So basically, last week, I had talked about... I was excited about the YouTube channel again. I had basically taken a year off, essentially, from coming back to YouTube. And between last February 2018, when I officially quit YouTube, fast forward to, December, which is about when we started it back up again, I had decided to remove myself from the channel because I thought that we were getting shadow banned from YouTube. And what that means is basically, however YouTube's algorithm is set up by like computer science and people that are working on it, like engineers, they do not want certain channels to be seen by the public. And there's lots of, there's rumors regarding it. In our place in particular, like for Ghost Girl Diaries and like it's a paranormal channel. The reason we know the censorship kind of started at that point, which was February. Well, it actually started about December 2017, got really bad last year, which was like January 18, and then February like totally crashed of 2018. Basically, what had happened was we had been shadow banned as a paranormal, not just channel, but community. I'm not the only paranormal YouTuber that it affected. Basically, what happened, and I've addressed this before, but I'm going to talk about it again briefly, was the Logan Paul issue, right? So Logan Paul went into Suicide Forest. He filmed a dead body, right? There was like crazy outrage with like fans, and obviously YouTube was finally, like, it took him forever to respond, right? But unfortunately he didn't get like removed from like his content. He still makes like $1 million a month, which is just crazy. Basically anybody that had spoke about Suicide Forest, which clearly I've talked about it several times over. God, we've been doing YouTube since like 2015. So for like 4 years, 5 years, 2014, I even had some old videos up there. We've been talking about Suicide Forest sporadically for like 5 years on YouTube, right? Now, I never showed a dead body, clearly, but I did talk about how influential the location is to paranormal investigators, strictly for the fact that it's so haunted. People from, thousands of people from across the world fly to Japan just to go commit suicide in Suicide Forest. And clearly there's been like documentaries made, and I have talked about the documentaries on the channel. So long story short was, because the words Suicide Forest appeared in my vocabulary via algorithm, also on videos that had Suicide Forest as titles, descriptions that talk about Suicide Forest on our channel, we became extremely shadow banned, and it shut the channel down like immediately. We had noticed a really random decline. It started in like about December's when the real decline started to happen, which is about around the time when it initially happened, and then by February it was just crazy. So the next question is, what happened, right? Like, so what happened to us specifically? We had like 4 or 5 million views at the time, so that's like a year ago. So that's total views of like every video that's been watched. And somehow our views got rolled back by YouTube. And I'm not talking like a couple thousand, I'm talking like millions of views rolled back. And it wasn't, you know, even if you want to like compare and say, oh, well, they probably took your views away just from the videos that you talked about Suicide Forest. No, it wasn't just those videos. It was like a cumulative of videos that were rolled back. Then they started removing likes. Then I have fans messaging us on like all social media that they are dropping a subscription from the channel. They're not getting notifications via email when I go live or when a video goes live. And then people are frustrated, right? Fans get so frustrated on top of being shadow banned that they're so frustrated that they don't want to take the time to actually like seek us out, or like, oh, is there a new upload or whatever. And essentially, what happened was we went from making a lot of money on YouTube. What's up? Is everything okay? Sorry, Blake just walked in. Usually that means there's some tech issue. One sec. What's wrong? I have video capture on and mic. Should I not have both on? One sec, guys. Sorry. So take this one? Okay. I guess we were getting feedback. Hopefully that fixes it. Let me know. Sorry. I wasn't planning on streaming, so I kind of like look like crap. Didn't even do my hair today. So essentially what happened, we went from making a lot of money on YouTube to making like $60 every 3 months from like AdSense combined and everything else. And I mean, so you divide $60 by 3, we're making like $20 a month, right? So clearly, you know, it costs to get like a channel going. There's just costs behind it. And for someone that has like thousands of followers, like worldwide, millions of views, I mean, hundreds of thousands of views, even on like certain videos, I shouldn't have like fallen so fast, if that makes sense, especially for someone that was consistently uploading consistent content, you know, on a weekly basis at a like exact time. It made no sense. And I had even at that point, right before the big decline, I was uploading multiple times a week. I was uploading like 2 to 3 times a week. So anyway, fast forward, February rolled around, and you know, Blake and I funded the channel by ourselves for like the whole time. We still do, but we made the decision to quit YouTube. And it was because financially it wasn't working. So, you know, I was really lost and confused for a minute. At that time is about the moment that I made the decision to like create Ghost Girl Diaries, the series, which obviously that's in the works at the moment. But in the meantime, we had moved to Twitch, and I think we officially moved to Twitch in like March. Okay. And it takes a minute to get built up on Twitch, especially for me. Like, I wasn't doing the like typical gaming thing. I was just doing like live paranormal chats, but it was going really beautifully. And unfortunately, I quit Twitch I didn't quit Twitch. I just had to take a step back in September, because that's about the time that my dad had gotten sick, and then he passed away in December. So after my dad passed, I had told Chanel and Kat, I said, you know what? The fans are like begging us to go back to YouTube. And I've kind of left it untouched. Like, I know there were like some sporadic random, I think I did like maybe a 2-minute or 5-minute video like once a month for like all of 2018. Just to like remind people like I have moved, you know. So we decided, you know what, we've given it a break from like YouTube for a minute. Let's go back to YouTube since we've given it a break, and let's see what happens. You know, like let's give it a really good shot for like 3 months, right? So it's March. So we've been doing December, January, February, now we're in March, okay? And this was also great because I wanted you guys to get to know Kat and Chanel, who I like love to death, and they're already a huge part of Ghost Girl Diaries, you know. And last week I had announced, like, you know what, YouTube's going okay. Like, we're building up, and you know, we're getting like a few views, like not as much as we used to, but I know that people weren't used to the content being back consistently. And it was weird, okay, because literally after I streamed live last Saturday and said that, okay, it was taking like a week or so to get 1,000 views, maybe 2 weeks. And normally, like, you know, old GGD YouTube, I would get like 1,000 to 3,000 views in like 24 hours, right? And then like most of the time by the end of the month for one video, I'd have 7,000 to 10,000 views per video. Okay, that was like old GGD. So after I talked about last weekend, I shouldn't have said anything, I guess, about how great it was going. We've been checking stats, like, on the YouTube channel, okay? And so Blake started checking stats on, like, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, this week, literally, like, a couple days ago, okay? And he's like, on Sunday, like, we had a lot of views because it was live, like, Saturday night. And then Monday, all of a sudden, the views are dropping. And he looks back at like old content just from the last 3 months, right? And like where we had a few thousand views on each video because we're still building the channel back up again, all of a sudden the freaking video views have been dropped. And I mean a lot. By like now they're like saying there's a couple hundred views per video when we knew there had been a few thousand per video. I'm upset, clearly. I'm upset because I don't have customer service to call. You know, like, it sucks working for YouTube because, like, there's nobody that you can call and be like, hey, I'm upset with you guys. I'm a creator. I'm a content creator. What the F is going on with this? You know, like, there's no one to call when you work for them. And there's no one to even, like, send an email and a complaint to. So it's really frustrating. So this week, you know, we also got our first check that we've been back, you know, well, it was actually, we'd gotten the deposit like the first of the month, and I hadn't looked because it's in the business account. And I had realized that for the past 3 months, we made like $50 or something again. And once again, I'm like, okay, what are we going to do? You know, and on top of that, now the views are getting backed up again, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, I really don't even know. So this week was hard for me because I work a lot on the series. You know, I'm like doing the series and spend so much work. And I also have to think now that it's not just me anymore. And Blake even, you know, like Blake and I've been doing this together for like 5 or 6 years, but now I have other people working for me. Like I have a staff of like 10 people. It's like the biggest staff that I've had underneath me, like as like a sole executive producer. You know what I mean? Like I have PAs and personal assistants, and I have Kat's a producer, and Melissa is one of my producers, and Josh does our security, and Chanel does our camera op, and she's gonna be, you know, so I have all these people under me, and I'm like, I have got to make like a serious decision here what I'm going to do, because it's not just about me anymore. It's about the entire crew as a unit. And I have to decide, where are my priorities? You know, originally coming back to YouTube in December was to give YouTube a break. For whatever reason, they were mad about the Logan Paul issue, right? Like, and I got shadow banned because I've talked about Suicide Forest. I shouldn't have gotten shadow banned. I didn't show a dead body and do what he did. You know what I mean? And B, I was hoping over the last 3 months I would make the fans happy, because they've been begging me to come back, right? For like a year, literally. So here's where I'm at, right? So in this position that I'm in, I have to take not only my own decisions, you know, and decide what to do. And I have to like critically think about the whole enchilada, you know, like the whole thing. I also have to take in advice from my producers, like Chanel, or, you know, Chanel does my camera op, but I have to take her advice. I have to take advice from Kat. Kat's like my right-hand man. Like, she's been helping me set up all pre-production, you know, like she works a lot with me and for me. I had to talk to Blake and like get his opinion as like a co-owner. Like, are we kicking a dead horse still? You know, I have to talk to Josh, who's like doing all this research and prepping for us for security while we're on the road filming for the series and like all this stuff. And, you know, it came down to like, we are kicking a dead horse. We are literally kicking a dead horse. And it's not my fault. Like, I have wanted to come back for the fans. I did. Nobody can be mad at me. I came back for you guys because I wanted to give it another shot. I was hoping taking a break would have not shined light on the channel. Obviously, that didn't work. I don't really know what to do anymore. I've been doing, like, I'd even started giveaway videos because I thought the channel was going better. You know, on Fridays, I was doing the giveaway videos, which we've had winners. And then all of a sudden, it all starts to reverse on me. And I can't tell you guys how frustrating it is to be a creator. You know, like, YouTube's a platform for content, right? But in order to provide content for their platform, I have to have a good camera and a microphone and knowledge and what I'm doing and talk to you guys and a fan base. And so I'm really hurt that after all of the work that I've put into this channel for years, that for whatever reason, YouTube is just kind of like kicking us to the curb. And, you know, I had heard as well, not too long ago, probably about 6 months ago, that YouTube was going to start cutting back on, quote, fake news, okay? And I am absolutely not here to get political because I don't want to. We hear about that enough in our own lives. So I understand what they mean by that in a certain sense. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, YouTube considers paranormal topics and paranormal chats fake news. And the reason they consider that, it is not science, because it's not science, you know, proven. It's not scientifically proven yet that, like, paranormal exists. So unfortunately, we fall in a category that we're fake news. So not only are we getting, like, shadow banned from the Logan Paul issue, but now we're getting shadow banned just because of the topics that we talk about. So essentially, it's like taking away freedom of speech, right? Like, I want to talk about fun, cool, paranormal stuff, and they're saying you're fake, so we're just going to shut you down. So essentially what they want to do is eventually just like make me so frustrated as a creator that I just stop uploading. And good job, paranormal. You know, love the paranormal world, but good job, YouTube, for just making me want to do exactly that. So I started doing some research this week before all of this happened. Before I just decided to come on and talk to you guys about it, and before I made any decisions. And I found some interesting stuff out, because you guys know I'm not the kind that's just gonna like make a decision without doing some research and like, you know, critically analyzing what's going on. So I found something interesting. Let me get a picture of this. Let me edit this real quick, make it smaller so you guys can see it. So I started doing research. And all of this stuff started kind of coming towards me, and I started realizing I'm not the only channel that's being censored. And when I say that, as in not just paranormal, there are other paranormal channels that are being censored, but there's also other content that's just straight up being like banned and censored. But it's content that you wouldn't expect, okay, to be like completely banned. I follow a YouTuber, and I'm going to show you guys this. She's a beauty YouTuber. And she had tweeted at YouTube today. And it shocked me because, once again, I've been doing this research on, like, quote, censorship and, like, what's happening with channels. So she tweeted at YouTube, which was shocking because she's a huge YouTuber. Like, I only have, like, hundreds of thousands of views and followers. She has, like, millions. She said, what is truly deplorable decision made by YouTube? There are so few advocating for this community and information surrounding disabilities. There is a family that is on YouTube, and I believe these are the parents. Okay, so if anybody wants to like look up this article, let me see if I can get it close so you guys can see it. Okay, do you see this article? It's a petition to uncensor a channel that these people have made regarding their kids and about kids that suffer from disabilities. And they're basically trying to teach like the community and like retrain the brain of the culture that disabilities can't stop you, and it shouldn't stop you from happening, you know, being whatever you want to be. YouTube has censored that channel. Why? I don't know. She did respond to the thread, so I just want to tell you. Someone had asked Samantha, do you know why they were censored? And this is what she said. She said, YouTube said that they were, quote, high risk for predatory comments made, but they disregarded the fact that the videos don't even include minors. And so they were basically concerned that they were going to get pedophiles after them. Even though there were no minors on there. And so they completely shut the channel down. Well, they didn't shut it down. What they did is what they're doing to us. They've literally like completely censored the channel where nobody's getting access to it. Like normally the reason you get so many views, right, is once you've had certain amount of people watch your video, right? So like let's say an old video got like 10,000 views, okay? The minute it reaches a certain point of views, YouTube starts pushing it through Google and through like YouTube searches. So if somebody searches Ghost Adventures reviews, depending on how many views I have, mine will be on the upper tier or whatever, right? It'll pop up. And unfortunately, what they've done to our channel, like this disability children's channel, those don't come up on searches anymore. You don't get notified as, you know, fans that have subscribed to the channel. You don't get notified when I go live. I know some people still do, but a mass majority do not. And obviously I'm always on social media tweeting about like when I'm going live, and I'm live, and I give the links. I don't know. I have no answers. So the only thing I can do is talk about where I go from here, right? Like, what do we do now? I needed to give an explanation. Where I go from here is there's going to be no more pre-uploads on Fridays. There's going to be, and this is, might I add, let me just add this, okay? This is not fans' fault. And I know a lot of people before, like, really demonized me. And they were like, oh, you're taking it on the fans, what YouTube did. No, yo, like, it costs money to have this channel up. And and they're not giving me, like, money to create content. They're completely blocking me. And it was never about the money. It still isn't. But if they're silencing me, why am I going to even make content for them? Do you get what I'm saying? So no more uploads on Fridays. There will be giveaways that continue on Twitch. We're going to be going back to Twitch, okay? Saturdays, I will still be streaming live here on YouTube, okay? For now. It's only temporary. Eventually, after Twitch gets built back up where it needs to be, I am just going to disappear on YouTube is what's going to happen. Like, eventually we're going to get where we're at, and I'm just going to stop uploading completely live videos on YouTube. The lives are going better than you know, anything else, which is fine. But I'm only strictly going to use it to continue to help the fans come to Twitch. I had a lot of people that were mad I went to Twitch. Look, I'm sorry, guys. It's a free platform. I can talk about whatever I want. I can even, like, air an episode of Ghost Adventures with my face in the corner and talk about it as we're watching it. Like, that's how free Twitch is, like, as far as being interactive with fans and, like, your content. You're not being silenced and censored like you are here. Like, I can't even use a cuss word, you know, like, when I'm on here. And, like, on Twitch, I can, like, let a, like, SHIT, you know, slip or the F-bomb by accident. And here, if you do that, you get more censored. And like, geez, we don't need any more of that. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. I have found out through research that there's no reversing this. There's no way to reverse this. which means it's never going to get better. I do have another channel, which is youtube.com/ghostgirlcosmetics. I do have like some old tutorials up on there. It's a lifestyle channel, right? It has not been censored. It only has a few thousand subscribers on that, but I will be going to that channel to do random uploads. Some may be paranormal, some maybe it's more lifestyle, which means I can just talk about my life and do whatever I want. So I will be going to that side. And same with Twitch. Twitch is going to be a combo of both. Saturdays will always be paranormal. And then other streams might just be something else, you know, that I do in my life. Because obviously I do makeup and other stuff. But I'm just over it, to be honest. I feel bad coming to you guys. Why put the forth and time effort to YouTube if I'm not putting any more effort into YouTube? I will only be doing live streaming and on Saturdays, and that will be strictly to help the fans transition, and that's it. Eventually, I'm just like one Saturday you might show up on YouTube and I won't be there, and because once the Twitch channel's built, I'm done like with the YouTube side. Now I will be doing content uploads to my other channel, but once again, that's lifestyle. It's not going to be paranormal. And so I just want to say I'm sorry. I want to say I'm sorry to the fans. I want to say I'm sorry to you guys because you guys don't deserve this. I don't know how many of, honest to God, you know, one video says I have 4,000 views and the next day it says I have 200. So I have no idea how many of you actually see these. But it's not your fault, guys. You know, this isn't your fault. Do not be mad at me because I had nothing to do with this. I listened to everybody that wanted me to come back. I came back. I gave it a shot. But if there's somebody that you want to be upset about, it's YouTube. If there's someone that you want to be mad at, it's YouTube. Twitch is free. You can come and just like follow me for free. There is a subscription option, which we do have subscribers, and those people obviously what money goes through the subscriptions. I think it starts at like $2.50 and then it goes up. But anybody that subscribes financially obviously contributes to the series, right? So I still have a ton of subscribers over there on Twitch. And, you know, those are my hardcore fans that are willing to follow me, that understand what I'm going through, and they understand that I tried, and they understand that I gave this a shot. Yeah, and Twitch is cool. I really enjoyed Twitch, to be completely honest. When I was there doing like 3 or 4 uploads a week, I enjoyed it live because like when you do like pre-uploads for YouTube, the edit can take hours and days, right? Like also Blake just put emojis up from Twitch, and they're like ghost girl emojis. That's the picture of me that our artist Seth drew. If you subscribe, you get to put those emojis up, and so you get personal emojis of me, and we're gonna have more, by the way. But anyway, Twitch was really cool because I'm not spending hours and hours wasting time editing content for like YouTube. Twitch, I can literally like be sitting in a restaurant like somewhere in Cali and go live with you guys to talk. You know what I mean? Like and honestly, I feel like live is so much where it's at right now. Like even Instagram live and stuff. And I've been so frustrated. I haven't wanted to tell you guys this because like I'm afraid people are going to get pissed. I know I'm going to hear some hate mail from fans. And here's the other thing, true. I just want to be like, can I be real with you guys? Can I just be like straight up real? Like real Krystal, like not like, you know, not host of GGD and not like executive producer, just like Krystal, right? So I lost my dad in December, right? And we weren't super close, but that was effing hard to go through, right? Like losing a parent, and I'm an only child, that was effing hard, okay? Because as an only child, I was the only one that could like arrange the burial and the finances and all that stuff. Then I turn around in January and my oldest dog, who is my fur baby, who is my child, gets sick, okay? Then a few weeks later, my dog dies, right? So I was like back to back, okay? So getting raw with you guys and like talking from like a spiritual perspective, Krystal, the human that's behind hosting GGD, has been on a serious effing spiritual journey over the past few months. And the reason this is so important for me to bring up is because when you go on like this self-help, self-discovery, rebirth, centering, grounding yourself, meditation, yoga, eating healthy, working out consistently person that I've become, I am zen as F. Okay, first of all. Second of all, I am not the old Krystal. And when I say that, I mean there was a time where the fans guilted me so bad to come back to YouTube. And that is how much I love my fans, is that I let them guilt me to come back. And I did, and I gave it a shot, so I don't want anyone to give me crap for it. But the new Krystal, the zenned out Krystal, who is like seriously on a journey right now and like becoming a reborn phoenix, okay, that Krystal is like so ready to dump the old baggage. And to me, YouTube is such old baggage. Like, I am so effing tired of talking about this with you guys. Like, seriously, like, I feel like a broken record. I'm bored. Like, I'm over YouTube censoring the channel. I'm over giving them free content for no reason. I've been faithful, YouTuber for years, and I'm just over it. And it's nobody's fault. You know what I mean? God, I'm so relieved saying that. That is like therapy in its own, like literally. And my start was here. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget how amazing the journey was for YouTube. And I'm so glad where I started. You know what I mean? And I love it. But you know what? Sometimes when one door closes or a chapter ends, a better one opens. And trust me, let me tell y'all, what we have coming is huge. But I also know that even doing the series, that I have to stay on social media because where I started, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to like quit YouTube and then just disappear and go away, but I need to find a better platform. And I freaking love Twitch. And people are going to say, I'm not coming, it's too hard, I don't want to learn. Fine. But that's where I'll be. At least you'll know that's where I'll be. We do own 2 channels on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Krystal Leandra, all one word. That is the main one that we have. And we also own twitch.tv/Ghost Girl Diaries, okay? But we don't upload content to the Ghost Girl Diaries one. We're in the process of contacting Twitch and trying to merge the two. When I initially left YouTube last year, we didn't know if we should have put it under like Krystal Leandra or like Ghost Girl Diaries. I was having a hard time making that decision because I wanted to do more content on Twitch than just paranormal, right? Like I said, go to dinner with Kat and Chanel and we stream from there or something. You know what I mean? So, oh my God, I'm so relieved. Why didn't I do this sooner? I told Kat earlier I was so ready to do this and tell you guys. And once again, this also goes, shout out to my entire crew. I have a bomb-ass crew of people working for me and working with me. They are not my crew. They are not my staff. They are my family. And shout out to them because they are freaking amazing people. And, they've been very supportive, but they also all tell me straight up how it is. They're like, Krystal, you're wasting your time with YouTube. It's just like, it's not going to get better. Oh, here we are. Did I miss any questions? So like I said, I'll still be on Saturdays doing paranormal chats on YouTube. Predominantly though, I'll be paying attention to Twitch. That's where I think we'll probably move the giveaway to Twitch on Saturdays, so watch for that. And then there'll be no other content uploaded. Eventually, we're just going to stop uploading content. I can't tell you how long it'll take for the transition, but I just want everybody to know that. I said giveaways will be moved to Saturdays on Twitch, and then I'll be streaming probably, I think Mondays and Wednesdays is what I'm going to go for on Twitch. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm just going to try to like reground myself there because I haven't been there for a minute consistently. And my other channel, I'll have some uploads just if anybody had questions on it. Let's see. Laura said, oh, I've lost 2 people at the same time. That was horrific. Let me tell you, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Not that I have enemies, but I would never wish someone losing a parent and then turning around and losing a child like within 60 days. Like that was, I'm still pretty traumatized over Harley, to be honest. Like, it's pretty traumatizing. Looking for questions. I'm a fan of yours. I'm also a hardcore believer in paranormal. Oh yeah, things are working out. I'm not negative. Like, take that in mind. Like, I am not upset about this. I'm upset for you guys, for my fans on YouTube. But, like, I am, like, woosah. Like, I'm, like, over it. Like, I'm so done, and I'm done talking about it. But I knew I had to come here and, like, tell you guys. You know what I mean? Let's see. Monica, still love you and support you. Shout out, Monica. I love you, girl. That's right. Okay, let's see. Brian, I miss you so much, but promise I'll be always a loyal fan. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, you subscribed to me on Twitch, Monica. You're awesome. Let's see. And this is Twitch too, so I know a lot of YouTubers won't be used to this, but Twitch, you can actually interact with your fans live. And I miss that. Like, I was getting really good at that for a while. So, like, right now, you use different programs for YouTube. So instead of investing in things like editing, hours of editing for YouTube, you invest in programs for Twitch. So currently, we have a program up right now that's called Streamlabs, which is what I'm streaming from. And then all of my comments from both Twitch and YouTube are popping up live on another program called Restream. So that's what I'm looking at it right now. And I can block people from there, which is so cool, because if the trolls want to come after me, girl, I got you. I can block you in a second. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Keep doing what you're doing. Yep, I'm doing it. I'm very happy for you, be able to do your show. Yeah, thank you. I'm still doing the show for sure. Oh, it's a loss for YouTube, and they deserve it for doing this to you. And, you know, they've done it to a lot of YouTubers, man. That sucks. Like, it's not just me. Thank God I had already had other plans. Like, thank God I had already made the transition to Twitch. I think we have about 1,000 subscribers on Twitch right now. So thank God I was one step ahead of the game when that happened. But I feel bad for the whole damn paranormal community, to be honest. And not just the content creators, the fans. Because it's like, y'all aren't going to have much to watch on YouTube pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? Except for old stuff. Let's see. YouTube is burning their chances. Oh, man, yeah, let me tell you, Heather, it's been bad. The live streams will always be there on YouTube. Yeah, we're going to still do the live streams. Remember that you have many fans. Aw, don't apologize. Yeah, thank you so much. And it's definitely, it's a shame. YouTube has changed and it's not for the better. Yeah, I don't know. And that's what sucks, is like you don't get any answers, right? The only time you really get answers about what's going on is when really big YouTubers like F up, like Logan Paul, who, might I say, is still making $1 million a month with YouTube, which is just crazy to me, but that's fine. But, you know, he's like skirting around here, still doing crazy content, got in trouble again for like zapping a mouse or something, like electrocuting a mouse, and they're still letting him create content, and he's still making money, and he has no idea that he has smashed an entire community of genre, which is paranormal. He has no idea, and he doesn't care because he's still making $1 million a month. So it's okay. It is what it is. When is your show coming? I wish I could answer that. I have shot the pilot, and I am in post-production. That's all I can say at the moment. And yeah, let's hope for like 2019, 2020, right? Let's shoot for that. Big things are happening. And I guess, you know, like, shout out to Kat, because one thing she always says to me is, you have way bigger things going on than YouTube. And it's true. It's like, I love my fans there, but those are the only thing that keep me there. Really, I never wanted to just be a YouTuber. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people on Instagram that are like, oh, I just want to be like Insta famous, and I want to be like an Instagram model, and I'm like uploading content to YouTube, and I just want to be a YouTuber, and like that's their goal, which is great. They have a goal, that's good, but that was never my goal. When I started YouTube, like, I did not know it was going to turn into this, but I'm very grateful for it. But I always knew that I wanted to do film and like be a professional filmmaker. And you can do that on YouTube, but I want to go beyond YouTube. Like, I'm one of those people that I like to set really high goals for myself. And I think everybody should. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think anybody should just be satisfactory with like here. So even in the beginning of doing YouTube, I always wanted to be like way up. I want to be a filmmaker, you know, documentarian. I want to be in the position of like the female paranormal group, that's taken seriously and like uses scientific equipment, and we're filmmakers, not just a local team that investigates. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be taken very seriously on that side. And I wouldn't have made it this far if it wouldn't have been the crew that I have behind me either. And I'm one of those people that I don't ever just take credit for myself, because this past year has been such a roller coaster. It's been a great one, with exceptions of losing my father and losing my dog. But unfortunately, tragedies, are part of the story, right? And like how you overcome those tragedies. And it's hard for me because I never saw my success happening without my dog Harley, because he was almost 14. He'd been with me for like, talk about my whole paranormal career. Like, that dog like was with me, forever. He's been with me through all my relationships. And we had a special bond. He was just my baby. And so it's been I have definitely learned that life is precious and life is really, really short. And you don't have a lot of time while you're here. And I don't mean that as in like, 60 years, 70 years, you die old. I mean, or, 80, 90, whatever. My dad was quite older, but my parents had me late in life. But what I mean is, you cannot sit around and wait for something to happen. You cannot sit there. I mean, dreams are good, right? Like, the initial response of having a dream is like thinking about it, right? And you put those frequencies into the air of like the law of attraction, and the minute you start thinking about it, you're going to start drawing it towards you. But a lot of people screw up. That's where a lot of people screw up, is because they think, if I think about it and if I want it, then it will come. But the problem is, you still have to put the work in. You still have to work for it. And I don't know what that means. Everybody's journey is different. In the beginning, before YouTube, I did attempt to take the exact same steps Ghost Adventures took. And I went through agents and I did all this stuff, and it was after paranormal, and it didn't work. I took the exact same steps they took. And the reason it didn't work is because that wasn't my journey. And this is my journey. And you still have to work hard for what you want. And that circles back around to what I was saying, which is, without these people in my life for the past year, they have pushed me and made me a better person through the roller coaster. And I don't know what I would do without them, because like, I literally consider them family. Like, Josh is our security. He's been working with me for like the longest, next to Blake. The next longest is Amy, which is our PA, Ouija Bot. She's been working for us for about a year. And then obviously you guys know everybody kind of trickled in after that. Kat and Chanel have been here for almost a year. Actually, Kat said the other day, she goes, I can't believe I've been working with you for 8 months. And it feels like I've learned like so much. Like, my brain has changed the last 8 months. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's been a good journey. It's just sometimes parts of the journey have to end. And unfortunately, that means this part, right? Because in order for the next part to start, I have to finish this one. Let's see, any other questions? Anything else? Oh, I'm sure he's with you in spirit. Yeah, I got a puppy. You guys have seen Theo. A few weeks after Harley died, and I didn't even mean to get a puppy. I was not prepared for that. I was not ready. And he is like just like Harley. And it sucks because I was dreaming about Harley every single night after he died. Like, he was coming to me in dreams and stuff. And the minute I got Theo, the dreams stopped. And it was really weird. When I was driving home with Theo, he was like this really rambunctious puppy. He was like barely 8 weeks old, 7 weeks old when I picked him up. And we were driving home. Blake was driving because I was holding the puppy. And as we were driving, the puppy like falls asleep on my lap, which is weird because you're in a car and it's like moving on the highway. It's like loud. And he had been so like couldn't stop. And all of a sudden this like giant like flash of light went off in the car. And it like, I thought it was lightning or something, and there had been no rainstorm. And like, Blake didn't say anything and I didn't say anything. We just kept driving. And then after this huge like bolt of lightning in the car, like it was so blinding, like we couldn't see the road. All of a sudden the puppy wakes up. So it was really like weird out of body thing that happened. And And then all of a sudden, that was when he started acting so much like Harley. It freaked me out. But we did find out, I think I told you guys that he's biologically descent of Harley through the breeder. So weird. That's just a random story. I don't know why I just blurted that out. Anyway, I guess I can say that Theo is helping heal me from losing Harley. But I have my moments. I still cry. You know what I mean? Like, he was a very special dog. Let's see. Oh, you lost your fur babies. That's so hard. It's traumatic. I can't even talk about it because Jesus, take the wheel. Any other questions? How does everybody feel? I mean, obviously you guys that are on right now, I know that you like watch me and you're like on top of it, right? And thank you for just supporting me in whatever I do. And the journey's not over, and don't be sad. Nobody be sad. I'm not sad. The entire staff is not sad. In fact, everyone is quite relieved because it's just been a really baggage that we don't have to worry about anymore. You know what I mean? If you haven't subscribed to Twitch, hopefully either Kat or Blake will link the Twitch channel. Also, if Blake is listening, hopefully he will link the other YouTube channel, just if anybody's curious. It's a lifestyle channel. I don't know what I'll upload. I haven't uploaded to that channel for a long time, but I am going to start. I don't know. I feel like maybe that's part of the rebirth process too, is like I've had this other channel that I've sparingly used, and maybe it's a way to like reinvent myself in a different way. I'll probably still include some paranormal stuff, but it's just going to kind of be like my life. I might even do like have Blake do some behind the scenes videos of me just like working and talking about it, because I know people are like, oh, being an EP sounds so glamorous, and I'm like, yeah, right, it is like a lot of work. Okay, I wish it was glamorous. Like most days my hair is like in a ponytail and like pulled back and no makeup on, because why would I waste the time when I just have to sit at my computer all day and like do phone calls, paperwork, and emails? You know what I'm saying? So that's it, guys. Kat Holler, thank you so much for Kat is so awesome. She's freaking West Coast or East Coast right now, and she's just chilling. She's just killing it over there. Monica, you had him for 17 or 18. Oh, girl, I wish I had Harley to be 17 or 18, and that's what sucks, you know. Animals just don't live as long as us, and they should. It sucks. It just sucks, you know, especially when you treat them like family. But God, that's amazing. You had him for 18 beautiful years. That's amazing. And even for Harley, which is so weird. He was just a couple months from turning 14. He was going to be 14 in May. My birthday is May 10th, and Harley's birthday was May 14th. So 14 was, oh, I'm going to cry. Don't even make me cry right now. 14 was my lucky number since I got him. And he passed away almost the age of 14. So that will always be my lucky number because he's just my little boo. I'm subscribed to Twitch, but I never get notifications. Okay, so one thing that's the issue with Twitch is that after you subscribe, there's a little drop-down menu. You can do it on the app or on the desktop. You can watch it on your computer or your phone or your tablet, okay? You have to turn on the notifications for Twitch. It's different than YouTube, where YouTube, you're automatically, like, notified. Twitch, you have to go down to the little drop-down on my channel, where it says, do you want notifications turned on? And then you hit like yes. It's like a little check. You just click. So make sure you do that, because a lot of people complain about it. But also, if you follow me on Facebook, Ghost Girl Diaries, I know a lot of people wanted to know, I removed my personal Facebook page on like Krystal Leandra fan page, because I just couldn't monitor it. I didn't have the time to monitor it. But if you follow Instagram for Krystal Leandra, or Ghost Girl Diaries, or Ghost Girl Media, which is my media company, or the Facebook pages, or even just Kale, right? I say that? I think I said that. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Midterm. We always post like the week before what that chat is going to be about that next week, and the times and the time zones. So try to get on social media. And when we go live, I plaster it all over social media. So you can even turn notifications on, like my Twitter or Ghost Girl Diaries Twitter. Kat always posts it. Often Chanel posts it. So does Blake. So as long as you're following some of us, right? Like you'll get the notifications when we go live. So sorry I'm late. I'm sorry it's late on the East Coast. Is it snowing? Is that what you said? Oh, someone's snowing. Phew. I don't think it's snowing in New Hampshire, but Kat said it was cold for sure. Yes, Brian, new chapter for GGD. I'm so excited. Honest, I'm so relieved. I'm so glad you guys took this so well. I was so scared. Oh, man. It's just, I feel like I'm not, like, stressed anymore. You know what I mean? So we will be doing live next week. I think I'm going to try to go live Monday and Wednesday. And then I'll go live Saturday. That'll be paranormal. So always Saturday will be paranormal. I'm also trying to get Amy, who's our PA, to come live with us. She is from the UK, and she has the most amazing accent. She's done some of our like voiceovers and readovers and stuff, and she's amazing. But she's really into serial killers, so it's really hard to see this like pretty, posh, blonde girl talk so like deeply about how much she loves paranormal serial killers. So anyway, make sure you guys subscribe to all of our channels. Make sure you turn our notifications on so that you know when we go live. Thank you guys so much just for understanding, and also that I'm doing something really large right now, which is the series, and it's a lot, and priorities need to be in other places, and when something's not working for us, we're just gonna have to end it, and that's where we're at. So I guess I will catch you guys hopefully on Twitch right next week. Make sure you're subscribed. Thank you guys for everything. I'll catch you guys next time.